something new about you? How many found it helpful? Find it helpful? Yeah?
Did you tell her that? Yes.
How and then... Oh. Because I'm like a psychic. She looks at her baby.
Did you see Shantae? Yeah.
Yes.
She came over and introduced herself.
It's that intuition. We all have it. It's a gift. It's a gift that we're given. And once we're able to tap into that, our own gift, our own wisdom, we short circuit ourselves. It's like if there were a pothole, I would walk in it. I mean, with intuition, you see the pothole. They're still there. You just walk around it. You go, hi, pothole. I see you. I've been in here before, right? Notice that negative thinking, negative patterns, all of that can be our own potholes, right? We don't need other people creating our potholes. We create our own potholes, right? You always see potholes. So yes, that is a intuition to it. Oh wow, look at that. There I am. That's great. Why? Because it came up from within. There's a lot of different things, and we're going to do more today to get around our subconscious, what is hidden in our subconscious. Much of who we are is hidden from ourselves. And we do kind of fun, interesting, intriguing things, which we've loaded in on for you today, so we can get into our hidden self, things that are hidden from ourselves that want to emerge and want to speak to us. So this was great. Perfect. Good. So you found it helpful. So in your vision boarding, right, you have some new material for your vision board, right? Your emerging self. Who am I? This is who I am. And then we're going to talk later about walking the talk. Because when we're not who we are, there's just so many potholes for us. Because when we're not living who we are, we live in that darkness and that frustration. And there's no ease and flow in life. So we discover who we are, we align ourselves, and we really then, the wild woman, like all the time. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. So we are going to talk about one more thing, and then we're going to go on break, and we're going to come back and do some really awesome demonstrations on the realities of having an energy body. You're going to love it. And when you get back from break, we're doing raffle prizes when you come back. We have so many, I think we have like total of maybe 25 raffle prizes. So coming back from break, right on time, we're going to start doing the raffles. So you have life coaching sessions, you're going to have Vanity Fair magazine raffles, you have books, you have t-shirts, you have cups, you have more books, you have jewelry, art, all kinds of great things that are going to be part of your incorporated to your new self, your emerging self. So perceived power is something you cultivate from within, right? We heard that beautiful message this morning. Right? It's within ourselves. It's not outside of ourselves. We're not going to find it in a bottle. We don't find it in pills. We don't find it in the wizard. And I love Glinda. Right? You always had the power, my dear. Right? You've always had it. You had it all along with Dorothy. I tell you, one of the sessions I had with the connection up with my daughter went like this. And I wasn't planning to share this, but I think I will. So I go, and I had it on my mind as I was arriving to commune with my daughter. I had it on my mind to ask about our cat who had disappeared. It was my daughter's cat, Alex's cat. Wherever Alex was the cat Sam. And Sam lived in, Alex used a wheelchair, so she could be quiet with her cat, right? Her cat loved her, and she would sit underneath her shirt, and Sam would poke her head out, of the shirt, and Alex would spend hours doing homework, right? Because she had more homework than most people. And so that was Sam. So when Alex passed away, Sam disappeared. And we always felt it might have been, of course, my fault, which was my story about everything. So, of course, Sam disappearing was also my fault. So I had it on my mind to ask about Sam. So I asked about Sam, and he was very quiet. And I didn't say who Sam was. Right? You want to see if the psychic is really a psychic, right? So I said, where's Sam? And what happened to Sam? And he said, and then I got feeling guilty, and I said, well, Sam's a cat. And he goes, oh, no, I know that. And I said, oh, okay. He says, no, there's Sam. Sam's Toto. He's in the basket. And your daughter's Dorothy on the bike. And your son is the Tin Man. And someone else, a dear friend, was a scarecrow. And another dear friend was the lion. And I got to thinking, I'm the mother. Where am I in the story? You know what I mean? I didn't say anything, but it was like, okay. And I was like, wow, what story? And he goes, no, because then he goes, oh, I keep hearing over the rainbow music. So I kept hearing over the rainbow music, and there's Alex, there's Toto. And then he goes, oh, there you are. I said, there you are. You're the wizard. I got the smile on my face. It's like, well, of course I'm the wizard, right? And then my daughter shares, and Mom, remember, the wizard is fake. Mom, remember, the wizard is fake. So I immediately thought she was calling me a fake. Like I was a fake mother, or I was a fake. No. It was the truth. It was the message that was to deliver. And it comes in many forms. And you hear it throughout today. Because the wizard was fake, right? Dorothy had the power all along. There's no wizard out here. There's no wizard. There's people who guide us, teach us, show us. There's no wizard. Toto went and took the curtain, opened it up, and there was Dorothy, the lion, all looking for, where's my heart, where's my mind, where's that? Dorothy going, I want to go back home. That was the story, take me back home. So the wizard's fake. Because the power isn't here. We have the power. So he became this kind man. The wizard turned into a kind man. And just like gave symbolic representations of the heart and the mind, right? To the courage to lion. Just a symbol. It's perfect. We know that 1/3 of medical healings are due to placebos. It's placebos. It's not real. One of the latest studies, the most fascinating, and I'll get the numbers wrong because it doesn't matter. 20 people go in for knee replacements. 10 actually get them. 10 don't. They go under anesthesia, they hear the drilling, they hear the whole thing, they come out of anesthesia. They know what's going on, right? But they don't know if they're going to get the real need or not. The people, only 10 of the 20 got a real need. The blind study, double blind, nobody knew anything, right? Other than the doctors, nurses. In rehab, the people who got the real need and the people who didn't, they all had the same outcomes. They believed they had a new need. Their body believed they had a new need. Their mind believed they had a new need. Their body responded like they had a new need. And the recovery and the progress and everything, prognosis, boom, total, equal. There was no difference. The power, there's this power within ourselves. And if we learn to seize it, to understand it, to know what it is, and to tap into it, we are unstoppable. What you want, you will achieve. What you go after. And you go, well, how do I do that? One is knowing the truth. Knowing that as a truth. The other thing is you have to to find silence. It's just what Elizabeth said this morning. You have to quiet the mind. There's an app, meditation timer. It's an app, phone app, free. There's 65 different ways in which you can quiet your mind. From 30 seconds to an hour and a half. All types of varieties. And we're going to do some of that when we get back more. That's telling me my time's up. Perfect timing. So, and we're going to do some more of that today. But it is accessing the mouth. It's going in. It's being able to access it. When we're disconnected from our minds, and our bodies are disconnected, and our mind is controlling us, there's just no way. We're what we call out of balance. Right? Other people can influence us. We get out of whack easily. Our temper flares. We know what feeling in balance feels. How many know what it feels like to be in balance, to be in harmony with life? Maybe some of you forgot it. I mean, I know 2006, I didn't ever know what that felt like. I had a difficult childhood, I had a difficult marriage. My daughter and all of the challenges was the greatest blessing of my entire life. But coming to calm, I never knew what it felt like. Being in balance and being me, I never knew what it felt like. It's taken me a long time to get here. And I tell you, there's one route, and you have to quiet the mind to do it. You have to quiet. Meaning the negative spin conversation. 80%, everybody who knows what da-da-da, right? You know what we mean, right? We say this talking voice, right? Everybody knows what it is. 80% of that, for people, generally, not for people who meditate, generally, is negative. 80% of what we tell ourselves all day long, from morning to night, is negative chatter. That's what we have to quiet. So we're going to engage our curiosity, our imagination, creativity, only in ways that serve us. And that's thinking future, thinking positive, but also just being present in the moment. Because our moments, they're not all, they're good. Most of our moments are good. It's our mind that's often creating something that's not. Worrying about what it could be, or who this person might do, and what that person was, or regretting whatever. So if we're in the moment, we just say no. Right? It's like our mind has been hijacked. And we come back and we go, no, I'm taking back control of my mind. Yeah, we're going to practice more of that today. So we are going to take a break. And we're going to take a 15-minute break. And let everybody kind of look at the clock. There are restrooms off right to the left as you leave here. And then we're going to come back and do some awesome work. So it's 11:52 according to my watch. And then we'll come back for 30 minutes. And then we're going to have a very nice lunch. Well, everybody will go for lunch and be back in 15 minutes.